Nanny Affair 2, the new job. The next day, you're at Naya's office for an emergency meeting to discuss your new job. Sam is already there, sitting with her arms crossed, an unreadable expression on her face. Anna, you hired me to fix your image, and then accepted a job at your girlfriend's company. Can you see the problem? But it's not like Sam helped me. She didn't even know I was interviewing. The public doesn't care. At best, it looks like you used your connections to get the job. At worst, it looks like Sam gave her mistress a cushy position. You glance at Sam to find she's watching the conversation with a strange look in her eyes. Aren't you going to say anything? She's being completely unreasonable. Sam clears her throat and leans forward. Naya, we hired you to help us take our relationship public. Now, I understand the terms of the situation have changed, but I believe you're being compensated well enough to adapt on the fly. It's not about money, it's about trust. I told you on our first meeting that I require absolute honesty from my clients. And you have got absolute honesty from your clients. Duh. Well, I went off script, but this is my dream job. I couldn't turn it down, and I really hope you don't ask me to. I was never planning to ask you that, Anna, but I need a chance to prepare before you make any life-changing decisions. Currently, you're making it impossible for me to do my job. Really? Naya takes a deep breath, running her hand down her own face. I apologize for losing my cool, but I'm not sure this partnership is viable at this point. Are you firing us? Sam pushes back her chair, then offers Naya her hand. Thank you for all your hard work, Naya. You'll receive the full amount we agreed upon with a glowing reference, should you ever need it. Good luck to you both. I don't give a shit. Goodbye, so long, and good riddance. Sam has you out the door and into the car before Carter and you can completely process what happened. Oh, Miss Dalton. Miss Schuler's apartment, please, then the office. Carter smiles at you as the partition rises, giving you and Sam privacy. You try to break the ice. Hey, now that Naya fired us, do you think I can move back in? Okay, that's a bit too soon, don't you think? Do what you want, Anna. I'm sure you will anyway. What was that supposed to mean? Are you upset with me? Of course I'm upset. How could you take this job without talking to me? I'm gonna throw something. I get why you didn't tell Naya, but me. I thought we were partners. Sam, I thought you'd be happy for me. You're supposed to always be in my corner. I am in your corner, which is why you should have talked to me instead of going in alone. Oh yes, going in alone, going in getting her own job, God forbid. I hate to admit it, but Naya is right. If our relationship gets out now, people will make assumptions. Even though you're not my direct supervisor, we're not even in the same division. I know, but we can't risk anything that might influence my father's decision in the competition for the company. You clench your fists as Carter turns down the street. The car suddenly feels too small to hold the both of you. Look, we can figure something out. It's not too late to change your mind. Oh, so I'm supposed to completely sacrifice my career for you? That's not what I said. The car rolls to a stop and you've already got the door open. I can't deal with this right now. I start my new job in 2 days and I need to make sure my head is clear. Anna, wait. I'll talk to you later. I think we could both use some time to cool off. You walk away and Sam lets you. She really had no choice in the matter, let's be real. Monday morning. You wake up an hour before your alarm, still feeling upset over your fight with Sam. I definitely can't get into the office with this hanging over my head. But when you pull up your phone, you find yourself dialing Jenny instead to catch her. And then I stormed off, and we haven't spoken since. So, you had a fight, but you called me instead of her because you're my friend? Question mark? I guess I feel nervous about making a mistake. Like, what if they're right? What if I'm ruining everything because I'm not willing to be flexible this once? Okay, I want to stop you right there. This isn't something you can be flexible on. This is your career. Sure, maybe you should have been more proactive about communicating or whatever, but that doesn't mean that taking this job is a mistake. You're gonna rock it. Well, when you put it like that. Now, get your sorry ass out of bed, put on a smoking hot outfit, and show all of Dalton Russo who's boss. Okay. Thanks for the pep talk, Jen. I needed it. She blows you a kiss, and then hangs up. You turn your closet to find a smoking outfit, and your gaze falls on a new mint green blouse. Oh boy, mint green. Now this is perfect. Green with envy. Okay, I'll accept this one. You slip into the chic professional look that's perfect for the office. Now I'm ready to face the day. You arrive at Dalton Russo Incorporated, feeling a surge of pride as you flash your employee badge and head straight for the lab. Evan greets you as you slip on your lab coat. Welcome, Anna. You look very professional for your first day. Thanks. Let me show you to your private workstation. I get my own desk. Fancy. Wow, some of the text was still in development when I was in grad school. You'll find we have the best of everything here at Dalton. Best tech, best personnel, which includes you now, I guess. Well, I can't wait to get started. Oh, and someone dropped a delivery off for you this morning. For me, there must be a mistake. You trail off as Evan steps aside to reveal the delivery in question. Oh, mother of Christ. For you, read the note. Good luck on your first day. I know you're going to blow them all away. S. It's from Sam. No one else I've hired has ever gotten flowers. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. It gets around the room, or lab, which is mostly filled with men, and the lack of bouquet deliveries is not a surprise. Yes, that's true. Let me give you all a quick tidbit. Men don't get flowers. I've never got a flower in my entire life. We don't get flowers because we're not women. Equality. Yes. I guess, I'm just special like that. Someone seems to think so. Don't let it distract you on the job. Idiot will be by to help you get started. If you need me, don't. I mean, alright. After you settle in at your desk, you make your way over to the main part of the lab. You must be Anya. I'm, Ariat Barad. Nice to meet you. You, want some coffee before we get started? Even insisted on a brand new espresso maker, so, we can whip up about, just anything. Oh god, please, yes! In that case, I'll, take a non-fat double vanilla latte. Would you just like cardboard instead? Black coffee. Oh, a non-nonsense kind of drink, huh? Coming right up. Anita fiddles with the machine for a few minutes and then hands you a steaming cup. You take a long sip. Damn, that is good. Now that you've gotten your morning jolt, it's time to meet the rest of the crew. We usually work in groups of 4 to 6, depending on the project. Charles and Kai will be your best resources as they've been here the longest. Where are you coming from? Pharmaceuticals? Agriculture? You're not the same from the energy sector, are you? Actually, I'm brand new. I graduated with my master's last year. Nice. It's about time we got some new blood. So, what will I be working on? I know it's my first day, but I'm eager to hit the ground running. In the beginning, your job is going to involve a lot of equipment prep and paperwork. But I promise that won't be forever, just until we get you up to speed on the current projects and train you on everything. Anita leads you over to the table with rows and rows of blood samples. Good thing I'm not squeamish. Right, now, we're working on a pollution remediation in farmlands where heavy pesticide use. The blood samples are from the animals in the area. you'll need to catalog all of them, like so. He picks up a tube and holds a barcode up to a scanner. Then he shows you the different storage refrigerators for logged and unlogged samples. After he leads you over to the machine you recognize as a blood chemistry analyzer. Once all the samples are logged, you'll want to start processing them. Each batch is color-coded. Any questions? I know it seems like a lot, but once you get the hang of it, it'll be a breeze. Don't hesitate to reach out if something comes up. And just don't ask Evan. That part I already figured out. And then I don't think that's all. I think that's all you'll need to know for now. Let's make sure you're all set up in the computer system so you can get started. You and Adita go back to your workstation to get logged in and everything. You can see him eyeing the flowers. You might as well ask me. Oh, I didn't want to pry, but those are some roses are beautiful and big. They were, a gift from my former boss. You know, for good luck. They must have been really sorry to see you go if they sent these over. You could say that, yeah. He helps you get all set and then leaves to check on some of his own experiments. Alright, I've survived the hardest part. Now I can just put my head down and plow through these samples. Before you know it, everyone in the lab starts packing up their things. The rest of your team approaches you as they're heading for the door. We're about to head up for the cafeteria for lunch. Care to join us? They take may make a mean tuna melt. Thanks, but I want to make sure I have everything in order before I take my lunch break. Tomorrow? Anita and the rest of the lab workers file out, all of them chattering happily and making lunch plans. Even Evan seems to have cleared out for the noon hour. After putting all the log samples away, you glance over at your workstation, the beautiful bouquet from Sam. I haven't heard from her all morning, but I'm sure she just doesn't want to bother me on my first day. Though no one would miss me if I snuck upstairs to talk things out and thank Sam personally for the roses. Okay, this is how things go horribly awry for you. Is you're visiting literally the head of the company. And then people go, Seriously, any person in the world will be going, right now. This is how lawsuits happen. A few minutes later, you slip into Sam's office. Even her receptionist is out to lunch, so it seems. Anna, what are you doing here? I wanted to thank you for my flowers in person. And don't worry, I made sure no one saw me. That's good, in that outfit, you'd have the whole office talking. Sam moves towards you, arms outstretched, before she seems to remember there's still a lot to discuss. I'm glad you're here. I didn't get any sleep this weekend. Me neither. I hate when we fight. Sam crosses the office, and you allow her to pull you into her arms. I hate it too. Then don't act like a condescending ass next time. Instead of taking offense, she chuckles and tightens her hold. You're right. I reacted poorly to your news about the job, and I'm sorry for that, but you did catch me off guard. I honestly thought it would come as a nice surprise. It is a nice surprise. Now that I've had time to wrap my head around it, I just wish you'd talk to me about it first. That's all. I want to be part of your life, Anna. Of every part. Can you forgive me? Nah, I'm gonna make her work for it. I don't know, I'm pretty mad at you. Shall I beg for your forgiveness, or are there other ways I can make it up to you? Other ways? You have my attention. She leans in to brush her lips against yours and slides back to whisper in your ear. Perhaps I need to beg for something else instead. Gasp as she catches your earlobe in her teeth. I think I need a practical demonstration. She smirks and captures your lips with hers for a searing kiss before stepping back to make sure the door is locked. You look around her office, remembering the first time you were in here. It seems like just yesterday I was in the office for my nanny interview. Did you imagine you'd end up like this when we first met? Honestly, not even close. I was determined to keep it professional, but you were impossible to resist. You're the irresistible one. What about me? What's the first thing that caught your attention? Your smile, your intellect, your passion. Those are 3 things. They were all vying for attention from the start. She tugs on the sides of your lab coat to pull you close until your body is flush against hers. My intelligence, huh? So, you like my lab coat? I'd like to see you only in your lab coat. You lose no time slipping out of your clothes and tossing them into a pile in the corner. Even though I didn't opt in for this, you slide the lab coat back on and give Sam a flirty smirk over your shoulder. That's what you had in mind? Sure. Miss Schuler, that's not appropriate work attire. Isn't it? I feel fully covered. You do a little spin, making sure to show off every curve of your body. She grabs you by the lab coat again, tugging you back into her arms. So, are you... breaking a million rules. Technically my boss again? She shakes her head. Not right now. I handed off all my previous oversight duties when I took over the robotics division, as long as you're not in my department. We can do whatever we want? Well, there still is the employee code of conduct. Screw the code of conduct. If it was possible, you probably would. I'd prefer to screw you. She wraps a hand around the back of your neck, and she pulls you in for a deep, searing kiss. Oh. There's something possessive about the way her fingers curl around or into your nape, holding you in place while her tongue plunders your mouth. I wanted to do this so bad while I was interviewing you. I could barely hold myself back. You don't have to hold back now, Miss Dalton. After all, I'm just a nanny who is willing to do anything to get the job. Her eyes flash as she realizes what game you're playing. In that case... She steps back. The space between your bodies pulses with heat and promise as you watch her start to undress. She starts with her heels, which she slips off her feet, tosses to the side, and then she pulls off her blouse, revealing her lacy bra. A whimper escapes your mouth at her wicked slowness. Is this what you want, Anna? For you to finally change? Yeah. You nod as she runs her hands along her legs, dragging the rest of her clothing down. She props one foot up on a nearby chair to pull her last strap of lace down her thighs. Enough teasing. The rest of her clothing joins yours on the floor, and you push Sam until she's perched on the edge of her desk. You kiss her fiercely. You're quite bossy for an interviewee. I thought I was conducting this meeting. Miss Dalton, I deserve to be punished. She turns you around, brushing against the side of your lab coat to expose your hash. You bend over, ready for her. I'll show you what happens to women who show up to work looking as sexy as you do. Yes, Miss Dalton. Teach me a lesson. The sound of her smacks across your skin reverberates around the office. Your back arches at the delicious... Again. She smacks your other cheek, one of her hands on your shoulder to steady you. Are you a fast learner, Miss Schuler? Not too fast. In that case, you can expect more disciplining in your future. They glance at the clock, realizing lunch hour is nearly up. Miss Dalton, your next interview will be here soon. I know we typically ask where you see yourself in 5 years, but in the interest of time, why don't you tell me where you see yourself in 5 minutes? Back in my lab. I want to be straddling you in your chair. She leads you around her desk and settles into the sturdy executive's chair. You slide into her lap as Sam reaches down to stroke your core. You let out a moan as she slips one finger and then another past your opening. You're already so wet for me, Miss Schuler. Your lab coat brushes against the top of Sam's thighs. As you ride her hand, you reach between your bodies to find Sam as slick with desire as you are. I think this will be a mutually beneficial position. You do seem rather dedicated. You smirk as your fingers curl inside. It's short-lived as she strokes your button again. Your body starts to tense up at the pleasure build inside your core. Sam's breath comes fast and hot against her skin, her grip on you tightening. Miss Schuler, and I'm almost... You nod, knowing the end is nearing. Your center red hot. and drop the act. Don't stop, Sam. Your words are cut off as the wave of ecstasy hits you. You redouble your efforts, and your fingers have her flying over the edge a moment later. And, you lean against one another for a few minutes, catching your breath. Once you've recovered, Sam pulls you up to your feet, your legs still quivering a little. Well, did I get the job? She chuckles as she leans in to kiss you, the touch of her lips sweet and gentle. Definitely. I will look forward to negotiating your perks with you later. You help each other recover your clothing and look presentable. After one final kiss, you slip back out of her office, and no one the wiser. That you know of. After the lunch break, you return to your workstation, which we really didn't have a lunch break. Congratulations, we won't be eating for the rest of the day. Your workstation, feeling optimistic about the rest of the day ahead. Hey, Anna, I brought you this from the cafe across the street. And he approaches your workstation with a cup in each hand, setting one on your desk. Oh my god, this man is a saint. Afternoon pick-me-up. Black coffee, right? I got you the medium roast. It's a specialty blend of the day. Thanks. I can't believe you remembered my order. It's really hard to forget a black coffee. Get the fuck out of here. I have a good memory, plus I usually get coffee for the team after lunch. You look past him and notice that Charles and Kai also have cups in hand. Then, I'll have to get the next round. Oh, don't worry about it. Hey, now, let's hear her out. Yeah, you can't turn down free coffee for the rest of us, Ada. Not cool. The men continue bantering as you slip back to the sample station. There's a light, teasing camaraderie in the air that makes you feel perfectly at home. The hours fly by, and you almost can't believe it when the 5 o'clock hour rolls in. Did you finish cataloging all those blood samples? Damn, that was fast. I thought that'd keep you busy until the end of the week, at least. You're gonna have to step up your game if you want to keep me occupied. Oh, you hear that, Charles? No more slacking. Who's slacking? Never mind, man. Just get your acts together, everyone. The big boss is coming. I bet you it's Robin. Everyone stands at attention. You lean over to Addie. Addie? Is this a surprise inspection or something? I guess so. The division director usually leaves us alone, but Evan mentioned there was some sort of shake-up from the top. The director of the division... How bad can they be? At least it's not Robin. Oh, if it's not Robin, then it's worse. Everyone look sharp. The sound of footsteps and low voices draw near. You hold your breath as the door swings open to reveal... We didn't see this one coming. Sofia, you're in charge of the environmental division? Of course I am, and I'm looking forward to working with you very closely. I mean, as long as you're doing your work, you can't get fired. But then again, Sam also can't save your ass if you get in trouble. But I digress. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below. Links to social media, Discord, if you like support me and my content. Please consider being a part of this community. Hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. I put in a lot of work. And again, we have over 3,500 videos on this channel, ranging in content variety, and be greatly appreciated to have you a part of this crew, this community, and it would be a great thing to have you here. Thanks again for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out. Also, super short chapter for today. Oof.